My name is Angie Stewart and I'm the Chief Executive Officer for Cambridge Women's Aid. So Cambridge Women's Aid has been a local charity based in Cambridge since 1977. We were set up by the Cambridge Women's Liberation Network back then because there was a real need for there to be a safe refuge for women and children to escape domestic abuse. And since then we've continued to work supporting women escaping domestic abuse. Unfortunately, there is still a great need for it. Cambridge Women's Aid will be 50 soon, and we would really love to say that there is no longer a need for our services, but unfortunately there are. So at Cambridge Women's Aid, we provide support services to women and children who are escaping domestic abuse, living with domestic abuse, or are living with the impacts of domestic abuse. We do that by providing safe places for them to come, safe accommodation for them to live in, and support to deal with whatever is going on in their life, and to help them look at how things can be better for them, and we support them to do just that. When you experience domestic abuse, it's very reductionary. It takes away an awful lot from your life. It takes away your sense of self, it takes away your resources, your ability to work, the places that you might go, the people that you might be with. And so for us, we want to create space for action for women to come and take advantage of being given spaces to be, resources to have, information about what might be available to them. And we want to support women in a very holistic sense. We want to be needs-led, looking at what does each of those women need in turn. So by having some resources, by having the money to make sure that for women who are moving into a new home, that they can do that with dignity, that they can do that with feeling cared for, that they can do that by having the things that they need to be proud of their new home. And when they're starting again for the new life, that's the best start that they can have. So the money that we've had from Cambridge Building Society is absolutely invaluable because it means whatever that woman needs, we can provide. So far it's been put to good use. We've bought cookers, curtains, beds, all manner of household things that are needed, and we're really, really grateful to be able to do that. The items are so important because I think when you experience domestic abuse, the women who are coming into our refuge, they never expected this to be their life. They did not think they would have to leave everything that they had and move quite far away to a place that they didn't know, and to rely on people to really catch them and to look after them and make sure that they're going to be cared for. So when they're starting again from fresh, they've lost so much, not just things and household items, but many, many things, you know, a whole range of things. So by making sure that we can at least give them the practical items that they need, that's a start, that's a really good start. For those families that come into the refuge, they're not from Cambridge, and so for us it's important that we welcome them into Cambridge, that we give them the support that they need to set up their homes as you or I would like to set up our homes for our children. So the children are proud of their home, the children will bring friends round to their home and be really pleased with the home that they've got. And yeah, we just really want to be able to support women as they need it. We don't want them scrabbling about, we want them to really feel like they matter. And this helps us to do that. Well, I think of the women that have moved out and have benefited from it already. I think they're just amazed that anybody cares enough to make sure that they've got the things. I think they worry that when they're going to set up in their new home that they won't have the things that they need. And so you can imagine that when they leave the safety of the refuge, a place that they've probably spent many months really coming to terms with what's happened, getting an understanding of what's happened, and then the idea that they have to move on, that feels quite difficult. They can feel very worried about a whole range of things. And then just to think about how are they going to start their home from scratch, how are they going to build up and have this new home furnished, can feel very hard for them. Many of the women that live in the refuge, they're relying on benefits while they get started in their new life. That can be very, very hard to build a new home on benefits. There's not a lot of money, so they really are reliant on us to make sure that we can provide the things that they need. So if you think about everything you need for a new home, whether it's carpets or curtains or beds or a cooker, chairs to sit on, all of those things, it's a real pleasure for us to be able to provide it. They're always amazed that they're going to get it provided to them, but that's our aim, that when they leave the refuge that they will be going into a home that's fit for purpose and is a home they'll be proud of. I would like to say thank you very much to Cambridge Building Society. When I think about, I've lived in Cambridge since 1986, a really long time, and if I think about the iconic Cambridge organisations and businesses that still exist, that we have real pride in knowing that they're in our community, I think Cambridge Building Society is one. I think of Fitzbillies, I think of Cambridge Women's Aid, I think of Cambridge Housing Society, all these organisations that, you know, we're still here, we're doing good work, and I love it that we club together and we support each other.